Hi, it's Maggie the Irish Gypsy here to bring you your March 2024 mid-month general reading. So we're looking roughly at the last half of March 2024 for you. And this reading is for the water sign of Cancer. Hope everyone's doing well. Thanks so much for being here. So this reading is for Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus for the last half of March 2024. If you know, it's a general reading, so of course it may resonate a little differently for everyone watching. If you know all your sign placements, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, it's helpful to watch those videos as well for any additional insight or perspective it can provide. Now, if you find that something does resonate with you, it really does hit home, and you'd like to take a deeper look at it, or you simply like the reading style, if you're interested in a personal reading with me for yourself or as a gift for someone else, please feel free to email me, Maggie, @gmail.com. You can also see that contact info attached to the description or the title of this video. I would love to hear from you. I do offer pretty wide variety of readings, all areas of life, different types, lengths, costs, styles, spreads. There's something in there for everyone. And I can usually get back to you the same day with all that information or within 24 hours. So if you're interested, please email me. I would be delighted to hear from you. All right, let's move right into this reading, Cancer. I am using the Royal Deluxe Tarot and clarifying with the Gilded Tarot, both by artist Cyril Marchetti. In case you want to know. Some people do, some people don't. Okay. We begin, Cancer, with the Eight of Coins, working hard at something, nose to the grindstone, working steadily, being responsible, detail-oriented, working on building a solid, stable future for yourself. So this could be an actual job, it could be a course of study, it could be a project you're working hard on. With the Knight of Wands, offers and opportunities, perhaps moving quickly. This is very focused, very assertive energy. Knights always have a mission and a quest, something that they're pursuing, something they want to accomplish. So they typically represent opportunities and action and movement coming in. Some of you, it may be a job offer or opportunity. Next, we have the Five of Wands, but there is some conflict here. Conflict within yourself, conflict with other people, a combination of both of those things, perhaps going around and around and around about the same issue, right? With no kind of clear solution. It can be a card that represents competition. In a social setting or an office setting, it might be, gossip, rumor mongering, kind of petty competitive energy. But conflict, basically. And the conflict is because everyone's kind of set. Nobody's willing to take a different look or perspective or be willing to adapt and adjust or change. So there's some conflict in that. With death, so there would be a final ending because death represents significant change, right? A transition from something known into something perhaps unknown. And therein is the conflict. Significant choices bring about significant change. And change means that one door closes, right? So that you can walk through another door. Next, we have the Three of Wands, starting to see some of your efforts paying off and feeling much more hopeful, positive, and optimistic about the future. It's kind of like laying the groundwork for a positive future and starting to see that pay off. With the Eight of Cups, walking away from something that probably was not your ideal anyway. The challenge in walking away from the known, even if the known isn't really our ideal or our wish fulfillment anyway, is that it's familiar. And so we often cling to the familiar when faced with the opportunity to walk into something unknown because we're afraid. But the Eight of Cups here is leaving. It's walking away. It's leaving something behind that maybe you thought at the beginning was going to be a wonderful thing, but it's turned out not to be, or it's run its course. You're going off in search of your heart's desire, which is the next card, the Nine of Cups. I think for a lot of you, this conflict also represents somebody else's feelings about it, that they're not quite on board with what you want to do. Could be more than one person. From the bottom of the from the bottom of the deck, the overall energy, the overall focus for the last half of March for you, Cancer, is the Ace of Coins. So aces, of course, are the number one. It's the start of a new path. This is the Ace of Coins, or Earth, or Pentacles. The traditional new job, new project, moving, relocating, or something that encompasses all of that. And that may be where the conflict is, because taking this new path, which perhaps you've been working towards or manifesting, either actively, intentionally trying to manifest it, and or energetically trying to manifest it, to get out of a situation which has turned out not to be your ideal anyway and move forward, right? So let's take a look at that. Let's take a look at that Ace of Coins. You know, this reading, some of you may be on the Cancer-Leo cusp or have Leo in your placement somewhere, because this reading looks remarkably similar, including these clarifying cards, remarkably similar to Leo's reading too. So clarifying that Ace of Coins, we have the Magician, the Manifestor, the Entrepreneur of the Tarot. Again, this may be something that you have manifested either actively, intentionally, or just on an energetic, longing kind of level. There also may be, and it's coming from someone too, the Tower. It's significant, it's profound, it represents a significant and profound change, and a profound change not only in the path you're moving forward, but a profound change in what you're leaving behind completely. And it may have felt like it just kind of dropped out of the sky on you. But this is Major Arcana, so it's God, Spirit, Angels, and Guide. It's divine timing and orchestration. The Ten of Cups, the happy home, happily ever after, marriage, children, coming full circle in that cycle. So for some of you, it may literally represent that whatever this unexpected change is, it would require moving and relocating, home and family. Or if you don't currently have home and family, it might be something that relates to future home and family as well. I mean, for some of you, too, it might represent, and maybe therein is where the conflict is, it may represent the ending of a relationship for some of you. But it's significant change. It's significant change here. Let's take a look at this Eight of Coins and Knight of Wands. It's clear to me with the cards at the end, this Three of Wands and the Eight of Cups, that many of you end up going forward on this new path because you weren't really all that happy with the old path. Let's take a look at this Eight of Coins, Knight of Wands. We have the Eight of Cups again. The Five of Swords, a hard-won victory, winning at all costs. And the Four of Cups, an offer being made, but one that you're hesitant to take. But that's the flow of this reading. It's kind of like this unexpected thing kind of comes in, right? On some level, either consciously or subconsciously, you've been part of manifesting this, and Spirit is answering. It may be that you're unsure as to whether to take the new path, because you know the conflict it's going to cause. It may require some sacrifices for you it will require some sacrifices for you in order to do it. Some of you, even though the situation that you are in or have been in, even though it's not your ideal, you may be hesitant to leave it because of perhaps the amount of time and effort you've put into it. And it could be a current job, it could be a current relationship. I mean, Yeah. Let's take a look at the Five of Wands and Death. Let's see what this... Take a look at this conflict. Conflict over the change, because a change is going to represent an ending of something, a final ending of something, in order for that change to occur. And again, some of you, it's quite clearly, it would require moving and relocating, whether that's yourself, whether that's home and family, whether that's towards home and family. I mean, sometimes just on a purely emotional or relationship level, if you leave like the work aspect out of it, for some of you, this can represent an unexpected marriage proposal that in taking it would require you moving, relocating, right? Naturally. Some of you, it might be quite far. Let's take a look at this conflict. Five of Wands and Death. The Ace of Pentacles, which is the same as the Ace of Coins again. The World, which is the last major arcana card and represents a significant life cycle ending. We go through many cycles of the tarot, like from the Fool, which is the first, and the World, which is the last, and all the cards in between that represent different chapters of our life. We go through many of them. So the World represents a final ending and a cycle coming to an end, so you can move on to the next one, right? Which is just like Death. And the Lovers, which is pointing towards a relationship of some kind. Now, because this is a general reading, how this plays out is going to vary in the lives of those of you who are watching. On a purely relationship level, it might be an unexpected marriage proposal, or, you know, connecting yourself to someone in that sense, an offer. But it's going to require major change in your life, and the people around you are like, no, what are you doing? That's nuts. It's crazy. You can't do that, right? Some of you, you may be in an already established relationship, and this new opportunity might be in like work or career, but again, it represents, in order to take it, it would represent fundamental major change. And it might even represent major change in that relationship. Might be a choice between two people for some of you. I mean, that's the nature of general readings, right? The little details and specifics can vary, but the fundamental energy and focus remains the same. There's an opportunity. It's going to require a big leap of faith in order to take it, leaping into the unknown. Not everybody is going to be on board with it. It may cost you in that area, but it feels spirit-driven. Let's take a look at the Three of Wands and the Eight of Cups. This is a pretty clear combination of your laying the groundwork for this so that you can have a better future. You're maybe making plans, logistical plans for doing this. You may not be doing it immediately, but you are definitely laying the groundwork, doing the homework, laying the groundwork so that you can ultimately leave behind what isn't your ideal anyway. And that's pretty specific, which probably means that more than half of you will choose to take this path. You'll choose to begin to lay the groundwork, to set the plans, to start the planning, all of that kind of stuff. Because that's making plans to leave. Judgment, yeah. Major crossroads, major fork in the road. Spirit has presented you with an opportunity. What are you going to choose? Three of Wands again. Making a choice that will have a profound and positive impact on your future. It will represent leaving not only the conflict behind with the Five of Wands again, but a burden here that you've been carrying for a very long time. Ten of Wands. Tens also represent cycle endings and conclusion. Now, in the beginning, it may have only been, it's kind of like, you know, the Eight of Cups. In the beginning, you may have thought it was going to be this. It was going to be this wonderful thing. It was only going to be one or two wands, but gradually it got heavier and heavier and heavier until you realized this really is not meant for me. It's not good for me. And you'd be leaving all of that behind. And again, this is about setting the stage. That's what I'm seeing here with the Three of Wands and the Eight of Cups, is many of you will be just, you're going to be doing the work. You're going to be setting the stage. You're going to be making plans. This is the planning stage for the action. So let's end with advice, guidance, feedback from Spirit. The Ace of Wands. Take the exciting new opportunity. Allow yourself to focus more on the possibility and potential and excitement of it, rather than getting too caught up in the fear of the closure aspect of it. Four of Wands, the other happy home card, a traditional wedding, marriage card for some of you that might be relevant. It's a happy home card. It's a card of home and family and unity and balance under that umbrella as well. So whether it affects a home and family you currently have now, or one that you might hope to have in the future, this is the best path for that. This is the path of long-term security and stability, real long-term security and stability, meaning, what does long-term security and stability mean here with the Ten of Pentacles, the Ten of Earth? Strong sense of home and family home, family money, family business, long-term security, inheritance. Long-term security and stability represents current sense of safety or even abundance that's based on the long, slow accumulation of what was put into it in order to get it. It means that you worked long and hard, and now you don't have to worry so much about tomorrow, next week, next month, next year. That's true long-term security and stability. And death, again. So it's pretty clear that Spirit is presenting this to you. Next card, the Fool. A whole new, brand new cycle starts. It's pretty clear which path, and it typically is pretty clear which path Spirit wants you to follow. Free will, free agency, but Spirit is saying this path is a path that will take you to a place of joy and abundance, even if you're afraid, even if the closure aspect is difficult, even if there's a sacrifices you have to make, people you have to say goodbye to. It's clearly the better path for you according to Spirit. So I'll leave it there. Cancer, those are your messages for the last half of March 2024. I hope they were useful. I hope you got some clarity, something to chew on for a while, or that they already validated what you're already thinking and feeling. In any case, if they did resonate with you, and you'd like to pull the curtain back on it a bit and take a deeper look, or you simply like the reading style, if you're interested in a personal reading with me, for yourself or as a gift for someone else, please email me at maggie1maguire@gmail.com. You can see that by clicking the description or the title of this video. I would love to hear from you. I will see you all in a couple of weeks for the April general readings. Until then, stay well, stay safe, and I hope to see you back here again soon. Bye-bye.